Hey, you, it's a brand new day. Everybody's here to laugh and play. Everybody sing Humf. Everybody sing Humf. Wallace and Loon, Uncle Harry too. My mom and my dad are all there with me. And you, yay! Everybody sing Humf. Uncle Harry's takeaway.
One day, Humf went to play with Uncle Hairy. They played making music and dancing
Up, up and away!
and tissue paper parachutes
Up and away!
and wearing cushions on your head.
Uh-oh, look at the time. I told your mum I'd get you home in time for supper.
And then it was time to go home. Uncle Hairy rang the bell. And Humf rang the bell again. But Mum and Dad didn't open the door.
Where's my mum and dad, Uncle Harry?
I honestly don't know, Humf. But let's give your dad a quick ring and find out.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Dad, where are you?
Right behind you.
Humf was hungry, so he went into the kitchen to see if supper was ready yet. Sometimes the cooker was very hot, so Humf was careful not to touch it. But there was no light on in the oven, and there was nothing making bubbly noises on the top either.
Is supper ready yet?
Sorry, Humf. I was supposed to go shopping and cook tonight, but we've had such a busy day.
Let's see what we can find in the fridge, shall we?
Humf's mum opened the fridge, but there was nothing inside, except for a tomato and a little bit of juice and some yellow stuff that Humf didn't like very much. So Humf's mum looked in the cupboard.
Yay! Let's have pasta. I like pasta.
But we don't have anything to make a sauce.
I know. There's nothing for supper. That's why I was supposed to go to the supermarket.
Humf was very surprised. He'd never had nothing for supper before, and he didn't think it was a very good idea.
I know. Why don't I get us all a takeaway?
Now that's a good idea.
Why didn't I think of that?
Would you like to come with me, Humf?
Okay.
Humf didn't know what a takeaway was, but he did like going out with Uncle Hairy.
Is this the takeaway, Uncle Harry?
Yes, this is the takeaway, all right.
Humf had never been to the takeaway before. There were lots of pictures of food on the wall. Some of them looked a little bit like pasta, and some of them didn't. And Humf thought maybe he didn't like takeaway after all.
What would you like, Humf?
I don't know.
Do you know what your dad likes?
Chicken.
Okay. And what does your mum like?
Chicken.
Maybe we should get some chicken then. How about that one?
That doesn't look like chicken. That looks like yellow stuff.
Uncle Hairy talked to the lady behind the counter,
Blah, 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 blah.
and Humf looked at the pictures and thought maybe having nothing for supper was a good idea after all.
Hump! Ha!
And then Wallace came into the takeaway too, with his dad.
Hi, Wallace. Do you like takeaway? Takeaway is my favourite thing. I like rice with bits in, and crispy things and green stuff, and that one with the leaf on it. Uncle Harry, can we get what Wallace likes, please?
But I've already ordered, Humf. Well, Okay.
So Uncle Hairy talked to the lady behind the counter again.
Blah, 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 blah.
And while they were waiting, Humf and Wallace played wearing menus on their heads and spot the fire engine.
Here comes a fire engine. That's not a fire engine, that's a car. Here comes a fire engine. That's not a fire engine, that's a bus. Nino, Nino, Nino. That was a very fast fire engine. That means you didn't see it.
And then the food was ready.
Blah, blah, blah.
So they all went home again, and Wallace's dad carried a big bag of food. And Uncle Hairy carried 3 big bags of food. And Humf and Wallace carried the menus on their heads. And they all had takeaway for supper. Humf didn't like everything that Wallace liked, but he did like takeaway after all, so he ate a lot. And his mum and dad ate a lot too. But Uncle Hairy ate the most of all, and there was still too much food. So they put it in the fridge, next to the tomato and the little bit of juice and the yellow stuff that Humf didn't like very much.
Now you don't have to go to the supermarket tomorrow, Dad.